Hey everyone, this is James from Cook For Your Bird. Right, today we're going to just bang out something quick and easy that you can have at home, granola. Granola is something that you can buy in the shops, but it's expensive, two, it's rarely quite how you want it, and three, it's easy to do at home, so why not do it? I've just spent 2 weeks working in the chalet, and breakfast is kind of important there. And anyway, so I was doing fresh granola every single morning. I would have done it less often, but the reality was I only had one decent baking tray, and I had 9 hungry people and they kept eating it every day. So I just got into the rhythm of making it every day, and it kind of made me realise that, because a lot of people were asking me, you know, how do you make this? And it's dead easy. 10 minutes and it's done. It'll cost you the same price if you buy it, but you'll have twice as much. And you've got the freedom to do whatever you want with it, whenever you want with it. So, you know, you don't like walnuts in it, you take them out, you put hazelnuts in. If you're vegan, you don't use butter, you know, you use coconut oil. If you're not happy with sugar and honey, you can use a kind of sweetened alternative, use stevia, something like that, or maple syrup. The point is it's very easy to do, so it's very easy to adapt to how you want to do it. You don't need to worry about recipes being set in stone, they never are. Just do it to how you want to do it. Here I've just kind of given you a template, and here I've weighed everything out just to give you an idea and a starting point. I never weigh anything, I just go with what I've got around, I just kind of throw it all together, and it works out fine every time. Over time, making it over and over and over, you'll just find that there's a particular way you like it. You might want to add a fruit to it, you might want to add craisins to it, or dates to it. Like I say, you might want to change the kind of the fat levels are in it, you might want to make it a bit sweeter, you might be wanting to have it less sweet, change the nuts around. The point is, it's an organic recipe, do what you want with it. It's dead easy. So, we're just going to make some quickly now, and you can see how easy it is. Like I say, I've weighed everything out here, just to kind of give you an idea what you're going to use. But the reality is, I never weigh it normally. I just kind of get a bowl, I throw things in, I mix it up, I put it in the oven. 10 minutes later, I take it out, you know, and there we go, granola. So here we've got 350 grams of jumbo oats. You don't have to use jumbo oats, but they just work better. If you use the kind of smaller oats, it tends to clump together more. So you don't kind of get that granular, kind of chunky sort of mix. It tends to block together that bit more. So jumbo oats are better, but again, if I ain't got jumbo oats around, then I'll just use my porridge oats that I have kicking around, because I generally get the cheaper kind of small ones of those. So in here, we've got 350 grams jumbo oats. I like to use seeds in, so I've got 100 gram of pumpkin seeds. Now, nuts, whatever you want to use for nuts. These are just ones that I generally have around, largely because they're ones that I use regularly and two, they're cheap. So here I've got 150 grams of flaked walnuts. Did I say flaked walnuts? Flaked almonds. And here I've got 150 grams of walnuts. To that I'm going to add some cinnamon. Now, I don't ever bother bumming measuring it out with a spoon. I like cinnamon, I'm not that fussed with it, it tastes quite strong as cinnamon. If you aren't happy with cinnamon, don't put it in. Put other things in, you can put like 4 spice in, nutmeg, allspice, something like that. Ground ginger, whatever you fancy, have a go with it. Try it, you know, it doesn't matter. If you try it and it doesn't work, you know, who cares? Do it again next time, don't put it in. So in here I'm going to add, it's probably about 3 teaspoons. And that's it. So here's my kind of mix. Now the next thing I've got is on the hob, I've got my mix of butter, sugar and honey. Now for this particular mix, I'm going to go about 150 grams of butter, 50 grams of honey, 50 grams of sugar. And again, sugar and honey, you know, whatever stance you've got about sweeteners. Personally, I think 100 grams of sweetener for the ratio of what you got here, I don't think it's a problem. And I like a bit of sweetness, and that isn't too sweet. But again, play with it how you want. You know, you don't need to be set in stone with this one bit. So I'll get that and I'll pour it in. One sec. Okay, so here's my my butter, my honey, and my sugar all melted together. It's just my kind of, it's just a liquid. So we're just going to make a little well in the centre. I'm going to pour that in. So we're going to mix that together. And then we're going to use now, this is the other thing. This is the other thing that I read about a while ago, never really thought of it, but it works really well with granola. It helps make it kind of crispy and give you those kind of crunchy, crispy chunks. And that's egg white. So again, decent eggs, don't buy crap eggs. It's bad for the chickens, it's bad for you. You know, for the sake of saving how much to save, not enough money to kind of warrant it. So what we're going to do, we're going to separate these eggs. The yolks I'll use for something else. So separate your eggs. So there's one egg white. To be honest, it's a good use for egg whites. I always feel like I accumulate egg whites because I use egg yolks far more in bacon than I ever do egg whites. Apart from marshmallow and meringue, there aren't loads of things you can kind of do with egg whites. So this is quite a good use of them. I'm going to use these yolks later, so I'm not fussed about them. But the egg whites, it's good to get them used. So I've got 2 egg whites there. We just want to whisk them up so they're kind of just frothy and foam. You can do this with an electric whisk if you want, like I just couldn't be bothered. Okay, I'm not trying to make meringue, you don't need to get firm peach or anything. You just want to kind of really foam it up so you get a greater surface area. You can make sure everything gets coated. That's where every bit kind of gets that kind of crispy edge that comes from an egg white. Okay, get your egg white in there. So once this is mixed through, all we're going to do now is bake it. That's it, you know, we're done. So generally speaking, I'll give it about 10 minutes in an oven at 180. Now what you want to do as best you can is you want to spread it out. Spread it out as soon as you can, in clumps, you know, just let it kind of form clumps, but get it spread. It's a really dense, high block, then you're going to have the crispy outer and then an inner that's still raw. So get it all spread out as much as you can. Get your widest baking sheet. If you've got a really good non-stick baking sheet, then that's great. Either that, or you want like a silicone sheet or something that won't stick, 'cause it will stick. The butter will kind of, the sugar and honey will caramelise. And if it's not on something non-stick, you will be chiselling it off with your spatula later. Okay, so we're going to put that in the oven, about 10 minutes. Keep an eye on it. Once it starts getting that kind of nice sort of deep, rich kind of amber kind of brown sort of colour, just beyond golden, then it's good to go. But sometimes, like every oven, I got a brand new oven like a few months ago, and even that's got sort of hot spots. So just keep an eye on it. If all the front's going brown, right, listen, take it out, turn it round. It's fine, you know, rotate it, shuffle it round, do whatever it is you need to do. But basically, 10 minutes, take it out, let it cool, and then you got granola. But I'll show you kind of how I spread it out on the tray now. So here I've got my my baking sheet. Trying to get an angle so you can see. So if you find that you've got more mix than will fit on your baking sheet, do it in 2 batches. Don't just crowd it all on there. It's not worth it. It won't kind of cook quite right. You're better off doing it in 2 batches, getting it all nice and golden and crispy, than crowding it and end up with like with a big duff kind of raw patch in the middle. There you go. 10 minutes. Job's a good one.